Chapter 12, Naomi E. The no-head ladies got there, I say when Mom's face appears on the computer. They're behind her. I'd say they were looking at her, except that no heads means no eyes. She looks confused for a second. She doesn't call them that. Oh, yeah, the box got here on Thursday, she says. Thank you for sending it. I try to notice details about the room she's in, but all I can see is that the walls are pale yellow, and there's a lamp behind a flowery chair in the corner. It is so impossible and weird that she's living in a place I've never seen. Are you working all the time? I ask. That's what she said it would be like in California. When she lived here, she did costumes mostly for plays, and it was crazy for a month or two, and then she'd have lots of time to do stuff with me. But this job is lasting longer. She didn't know what it would be like when she first went there, but she's really good, and people keep offering her new jobs. Right now she's working on a movie, but she said she might be starting a TV show as soon as the movie's over. She smiles at me. Well, at the camera, but at me. It feels like it. Yeah. So tell me about this class that changed our talks to Sundays. Or is it a club? I wasn't clear. It's this coding class at the Y, Duotech, making computer games and stuff. Dad calls it a club, but it's just a class. She's quiet for a minute, looking at my face on the screen. Interesting, she says. And then she does this thing that I somehow forgot about. She says the exact opposite of the truth with a very straight face. You've been a student of computer science for a very long time. She nods, looking serious. If I recall correctly, your interest began when you were 3 months old. I picture myself dressed in a onesie, a baby bottle by my side, pounding on a keyboard, and it makes me laugh. It used to drive Dad crazy when we talk like this. He always thought there was a little meanness in it, but he gives me privacy when I Skype with Mom, so I don't worry about him overhearing. I begged Dad to sign me up because computer games are my passion. It's funny, because I never play computer games. She laughs, but there's a question in it. Why are you doing it? I think of a truth that won't hurt her, because I don't know if Mom knows about Valerie. Dad's friend's daughter is in the class, and he really wants us to be friends. Do you like her? Is she fun? It reminds me of the way Mom and I used to talk at the kitchen table, the way she was curious about everything that happened to me, where Dad seems fine with whatever I tell him. I try to find the right words. Does Mom even know I'm talking about Dad's female friend's daughter? But I say, it's a 6-week class. It doesn't answer her question at all. Listen, she says, sometimes I'm stuck with people I wouldn't choose to work with. Remember Joshua, the production designer on Pilgrim's Pets, the musical? Yeah, I think. He was super bossy, right? Well, there was a lot going on, but yeah, you could say that. But I thought about that interview with Edith Head we watched, and it really helped. Do you remember? The one that showed Audrey Hepburn? She was so beautiful. Yes, and Edith talked about how she starts each new project. She said something like, the first thing I do is get to know the actress. I actually study her. I think about the way Mom reads and rereads a script before she begins designing. Wait, don't you mean the character she's playing, not the actress? That's what made Edith Head different. She would study the actress, see how she stood, walked, moved, to learn as much as she could. So you think I should study her to learn what? I mean, why? It's a way of getting to know someone, to think about it from a different angle, or a few angles, the way a director might. All of a sudden, I'm hit with a wave of missing Mom. Do you know when you're coming home? I ask. She nods and I feel so much hope, but then she says, I need to talk to your dad about some things. Okay, I say. And then I say, he's very organized. I keep him in charge of my schedule because he's so organized. We both laugh again. I miss you like nobody's business, Mom says. Don't cry. I need to see you soon, Mom, I say. This is too long. It's been too long and it's too hard. And then, shoot, I start to cry. Mom's eyes tear up a little too. I'm going to talk to your dad. I was thinking maybe it'll be better if you come out here for the first visit. Is that hope or excitement or something else that flips like an in-my-stomach seal? Really? Not right away, but yes, when you have no school and I have some time off. I'm still hurting from missing her, but the tears stop. A trip to California sounds perfect. I could escape that stupid girls gaming the system class and see my mom. Do you want to talk to him now? I ask, ready to run and get him in the school calendar so it can all happen this exact instant. But Mom says, I have to go now. I have some sketches I need to finish, and I need to meet with my team, but on a Sunday, I say. On an everyday. I know, it's crazy, but I'll talk to your dad during the week. We'll figure this out, Naomi. She smiles and blows me a kiss. I love you, I say, and then the screen closes. After I talk to Mom, I usually feel the way I do after a good meal. Like the conversation is all I need to fill me all the way with her love. Once I tell her what's going on in my life and hear about hers, it's like everything's okay. But today it feels like there are holes in the stuff that keeps me feeling like me is spilling out a little. Part of it is I'm mad at my dad, and also I don't know when I'm going to see my mom. It's too much and it's too hard. I picture the way most of the pellety stuffing came out of lamekins when Mom put her in the washing machine when I was 4. Dad sticks his head into the room. Good, you're off. I was hoping you could show me some of what you learned yesterday. I don't know the first thing about duotech. I'm not sure what I want to do right now, but I know it's not that. I don't even want to think about that class right now. And then I realize what's been missing from this weekend. An easy thing to do that might make me feel a little more normal. Can we go to Morningstar? I ask. I can almost picture the croissant I'll eat, or the bagel. I thought maybe we could do that next week, Dad says, with Valerie and her girls after we get you at the Y. I don't want to sound mean, Dad, but can't we ever do anything with just the 2 of us anymore? Don't you like them? He asks. There's a sadness in his face that I haven't seen since those long, hard months when he and Mom went through that awful separation. Can't we do both? Go now and then go again next week? I'm not that hungry, he says. I forgot how small his voice sounded then, like it sounds now. Are you? It's not about hungry. It's about wanting to do what we do, about wanting to go to Morningstar with just my dad, but I can't stand to see him like this. What I really want to say is, of course, Dad, I don't want a delicious, buttery croissant one bit. All I want is to show you what I learned to do with your girlfriend's daughter, who stole my name. I've always hated croissants and bagels. But like I said, Dad does not find the way Mom and I talk funny. And he looks so sad. So instead I show him how to move a cat around a screen and try to remember why I was going to be nicer to the other Naomi. But I know the answer. Not only did I feel bad that she has an annoying little sister, but I almost like her. She's super smart, but I really don't like the way Dad's pushing me toward her at all.